In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. The intent for this Sunday, the 15th Sunday after Trinity, fraternal love. And so this is a sticky subject, really. Some of us don't like our brothers and sisters very well. You know, we've heard of sibling rivalry. You know, well, you know that does happen. But there's also a bond of people in like circumstances that could be considered to be that kind of love. So in that case, we're all siblings in this life, in this reality, and because it has to do with a shared experience. And so I think what is important is that we begin to share the experience of gnosis. So at first, we just share our sort of environmental home life, so to speak. But eventually, we need to come to that place where we share sort of a Gnostic community. This is something a little more rarefied, so to speak. And I think this is what really both the lesson and the gospel is talking about. Is it's this higher light. You know, there was in the lesson it said that the spirit of the human being is the candle of the Lord. So it's like we are that light in this world. That's what that means. And then it goes on to say that if one does not shine, then there is darkness. So these are all sort of metaphors of how we can live gnosis, live the light of gnosis in our lives. And this is not that easy because, you know, we don't want to be the doormat of everyone we meet, nor do we want to enable people in their addictions and wrong choices by just saying, oh yeah, go ahead, do it, you know. So, but on the other hand, it's not for us to pass all kinds of judgments on anybody either. And so it's a difficult task to live the light of gnosis in this world. But when we do, then we begin to find that key that, you know, who is my brother and sister in this world? It's not just doing unto them, but it's really, we are our brothers, we are our sister. When we come to that place of gnosis, that what I call that more rarefied sharing of gnosis that makes us all brothers and sisters in gnosis, then it's like we begin to find that we become one with all other souls, as the collect for unity today talked about. And so then we really sense that we are a brother, our sister. And when it talks about the apple of thine eye, that's a really curious thing. You know, who has an apple in their eye? Well, it has a kind of a dual meaning. One is the apple of thine eye was a metaphor for the pupil of the eye. And in Greek, the pupil is Kore, which is the name of Persephone. So it's saying, you know, treat everyone as the embodiment of the divine feminine in that sense. Okay, Persephone is the one that, like Sophia, descends into the underworld and then comes back. But there's always a portion of Persephone that has to remain in the underworld. because of the 3 pomegranate seeds that she ate there. Anyway, we're getting off the subject here, but the Eleusinian mysteries and the myths surrounding them have been a great love of my life, and so I like to bring that into this. And also, she was also associated with the goddess Isis in the Egyptian mysteries. So so treat them as the apple of thine eye. And there's another meaning. The pupil is the window of the soul. So and the apple is the delight. So treat everyone as the delight of your soul. So these are metaphoric mysteries, but one needs to come to that place of gnosis before one can sort of shine without it being eclipsed by the ego. So the ego likes to shine, but it's a false light. What one needs to do is shine from the spirit, which is outside of the ego. Now, we need an ego in this world. The ego is kind of the manager of our lives. And if we don't have that, then we just kind of go off somewhere, and we have no faculties to hold things together in this life. But the ego is not the big cheese. The ego needs to learn how to be a servant, and again, that's a heavy task too. But one of the things I think that's really valuable about insight meditation is that it's all about not really getting rid of the ego, but just sort of finding that which is beyond the ego. There's like the pure mind, I guess you would call it, the pure consciousness, which just is very much at rest and can just observe all this movement of the psyche, all the passions and thoughts and physical sensations, and they all pass away. Those are the things that are variable, you know. And so in the lesson it says, all good things come from heaven above. Things, all perfect gifts come from heaven above. And the one in which there is no variableness, neither shadow of turning. And this is really talking about the difference between the variations of the moon and sort of the sustaining light of the sun, which kind of shines equally on everyone. So that's the metaphor here. And this is, I think, one of the things about this particular intent is that we need to come to that place where we can shine our light equally. You know, one of the virtues in Buddhism is equanimity, and that means equal taste. That's how they usually define it. And so it's about sort of saying, oh yeah, well this is how that is. Well, you know, that's the way it is. And then just saying, well, let's see, let's just shine some light. Let's just shine some light on this. And it's not about anything that you really do from an ego level, but it's something that you intend from a very deep and spiritual level. One needs to nurture that light of gnosis within oneself. And so often we have all these sort of ego sort of traps, you know, oh, you know, you're not good enough, or or you're too great. And you know, it's sort of the opposite, you know, the ego tricks us up with. But this is how you get beyond that. You get beyond that by getting to that place of gnosis, to that place where you are united with everyone and everything in this universe. It's not just this earth. It's this whole material setup. It's full of variableness. It's all very temporary. When you look at astrophysics, you know, we're seeing the light that we see is like billions of years old. It's amazing, you know. How can this be, you know? But that's how it is, you know. It's sort of like, well, how can we trust in anything then? You know, some of the light that we're seeing is like billions of years old. What's really out there, you know? and so we can contain that. We can rest. It's finding that rest, finding that place of perfect equilibrium within ourselves, beyond the clashing of the opposites, beyond the separations, beyond the divisions, where you can find that pure, illimitable light that is ourself and our true goal. And so may the blessing of the mystery of that which hangs with heaven and earth go with you and remain with you always. Amen.